Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a game we haven't played in a long time. It is Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. More because I'm trying to put some variety in, and I'm going back to some games I haven't played in a long ass while. And I figured that Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts would be at least a potentially interesting one to return to. As for Left 4 Dead, that's kind of dead in the water. Everybody got tired out from the from the uh, from the from the from the from the from the from the fucking challenge. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Did it. Said the line. All right. We haven't been here in a long. Oh, jeez. We haven't been here in a long ass while. So let's see. Serbia is controlled by Serbia, of course. Montenegro still exists. Romania is Romania. We have no control over Czechoslovakia or Slovakia. Let's see. The Americans are over there being American with their oil. Let's see. Ship design. New design. Let's build a fleet. We're starting off in the 1920s because I feel like it. I haven't played in a while, and I figured the 1920s would be a decent start time for this. Let's start small with our destroyers. Let's go pretty cheap on the destroyer. Yeah, destroyer 3 should do it. Let's see. We're gonna need a main tower. We'll go with what weighs the least. You actually weigh the least. There we go. Funnels. Also, max speed of 32 will do. We need a secondary tower. Can I not rotate this? It's not gonna let me rotate it, is it? Alright, fair enough. In terms of torpedo launchers, we'll have... do we want one for each side, or do we want to just have them down the middle? go. 2 in the middle. That gives it fairly decent torpedo coverage. We'll go with the 5-inch. 1 in the back, 1 in the front. And what can we mount in there? We can mount a 3-inch, even though it honestly doesn't look like it fits. Let's increase the caliber of the 3-inch. 3.9-inch. Increase the length of those barrels to give it similar-ish range to the 5 inches. Let's increase those to 10. We do have a lot of weight in the front, so let's move that back. Move this back. Move this back. Move this entire assembly backwards. There's the command deck backwards. And great, that's off center now. And there we go. That does at least something. Increase the aft belt a bit. Do we want this to be a mine deployer? We'll give it mine clearing capabilities. We'll give it conic. We'll give it Hydro 1. And we'll give RDF. We'll go with 20-inch torpedoes. Semi-auto reloading. TNT-3. Electrical turrets. Tube powder. Standard shells should do it. Increased HE and high capacity HE. And we'll go with capped ballistic. And we'll go with heavy shells. As for barbettes, barbette 4, anti-flood 3, front 4, reinforced bulkheads, shaft 3, auxiliary engine 3, turbo electric, balanced, oil, electric. Does not need to be that long range. Let's go with spacious crew complement. That way then the ship can function pretty well. Let's see, as for the guns, 5 inches of armor. Or, well, 0.5 inches of armor. It ain't much, but it'll at least hopefully prevent them from dying. Horrible, horrible deaths. Let's see. I mean, I guess I could equip it with depth charges. That would give it more anti-submarine capabilities. I guess I could give it Hydro 3 if I'm going that far, but now it costs a lot. Now the vehicle costs a lot. Do we want to invest in a mine layer? Not really. I'm not sure mines will be the most useful thing to our war effort. But anyway, 20-inch torpedoes. I think this will be a decent ship. We shall call her the Trent class. She's a fine ship. Anyway, now time to design our light cruisers. Again, we're going with fairly cheap designs. So let's see what hulls we have to play with for light cruisers. Let's see. This hull is only 3 million. This one's 11 million. This one's 58 million. 29 million. 6 million. 12 million. That's pretty large for a light cruiser hull. I kind of want to go with this hull here, but it's fucking 12 million. I know there was a 6 million one. Or, well, that one's 9 million. Alright. Let's go here. I can decrease its displacement. Decrease the, no, not the beam. Alright. Still 36 million just for the fucking hull itself. Alright, 9 million for this hull. We'll lock it to a speed of 28. And that ain't much more displacement weight than our, actually that is quite a bit more displacement weight than the cruiser. I mean, not the cruiser, the destroyer. Alright. Alright, let's see what we're gonna fit on this thing. We'll go with small cruiser tower 3. Big funnel plus rangefinder. Big funnel plus rangefinder. Jesus Christ, this thing needs a lot of fucking engine efficiency. Although, to be fair, I haven't upgraded the actual engine yet. There we go. Well, that definitely did push up the price. But it did also decrease the, all those issues. We'll go with this one. Shaft 3, electric steering. And she's got pad pitch. And bad roll. Why is her pitch so bad? I guess she is a fairly front-heavy ship. I guess I can swap this out for a medium one. Engine efficiency doesn't need to be the highest. Let's see, these are Mark 3s. These are Mark 3s. Alright, we're gonna go with the 7-inch guns. Alright, these just don't fit anywhere here. However, the 6 inches do. Alright, so we have some secondaries to help out this one in the back here. Upgrade to corrupt armor. We'll go with a double bottom. Never mind, we'll go with a single bottom. Reinforce the bulkheads. Actually, we will go with the double. Anti-flood 1, Citadel 5. Increased. Actually, standard ratio on this one. And standard ratio on that one. Increased on the secondary. High capacity. And we'll go with capped. TNT, 2 powder. Oh, we're overweight. Yeah, should have seen that coming. That's what I get for sticking so many guns on here. Alright, we don't need these. They're just dead weight. They're extra equipment I don't need. Well, this project has definitely gotten over budget. All right, well, that'll have to do for these guns. Because there ain't much else. Well, actually, I do need to install a rangefinder. I can't leave them without a rangefinder. Alright, that means something else has to go. And that means auxiliary engine 1. It ain't great. It ain't a great situation, but it will be at least worth it to a degree. Because it means we can fit at least a little bit. Yeah, no, this is all we can fit. Yeah, if I made the ship a bit bigger, I could fit more, but that isn't really the plan, and I am trying to prevent myself from going over budget. Here we will have the dragon. I spelled dragon wrong. I had a. It's hot in here, and I can't think properly. The dragon class. The light cruiser of our fleet. Less expensive than our fucking destroyer. I don't know how that's fucking possible, but alright. As for cruiser, what do we want? What the fuck is this thing? Definitely don't need it to be that long. Alright. 28. Decrease the range. Spacious quarters. 2. Turbo electric. Balanced. Oil. Shaft 2. electric, anti-torp 1, prop 4, double hull, reinforced bulkheads, citadel 5, anti-flag. No need for depth charges because we'll have destroyers in every fleet. The destroyers will function as our anti-death, anti-submarine. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. It's a quad 6 turret. Look at it. You can't show me this and me not use it. This is silly. This is silly and stupid. But yeah. Can I use these as secondaries? No, I can't. This is a very stupid looking ship. Oh wow, this one funnel basically just upped our engine efficiency. You know what, I'll put this down here. There we go. This will basically be a destroyer killer. It's got more than enough guns to deal with a destroyer. Does it have a casemate somewhere? I mean, I guess I can stick some 5s. But that would just add more weight. I could stick a bunch of 2s in this rear one. Okay, we want the one that actually does better long range. Yeah, that's the better long range one. Hydra 1 and RDF. Semi-auto, electrical 2. 2 powder, TNT 3. Heavy shells. Let's go with super heavy shells, actually. Standard. Nose fuse. Standard ratio. Actually, increased HE. Standard ratio. As for the 2 inchers, increase them to 2.9s. Give them some decent length. Still have a lot of 4 weight, so can fix that quite a bit. Again, very precarious placement here. Could I actually slap some more 2 inches down here? I mean, I could. It wouldn't be optimally placed, though. Not the most optimally placed bits, but you know, she's a ship. She definitely is at least well put together. Probably, kinda. I don't know. We'll see how terribly this goes with the Nalina class. All right, off to our last ship that we need to design, our battleship. Or well, actually, we do have a battle cruiser option, but should we go? Should we just go with a battle cruiser for now? I don't think we have any good battleship hulls. Yeah, none of them are really great, and I can just make the battle cruiser a very cheap battleship. How much displacement can I lose? How much fat can we trim off of this thing? 26 knots. Spacious bulkheads, auxiliary 3 engine, turbo electric, balanced, oil, shaft 2, electric 2, triple hull, reinforced bulkheads, anti-torque 3, prop 4, citadel 5, anti-flood 3, increase the main belt, increase the deck. All right, as for towers, small reinforced tower. With tall funnel. That basically settles up all the engine efficiency we need. Move this forward a bit so we can move this forward a bit. Alright, this can mount some decent calibers. What is our best Mark III? Our best Mark III, actually, do we have a Mark IV? Alright, the 9s are a Mark IV. Okay, maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. That one's still a bit too big. Move this back a bit. And now we have our impossible to drive battle cruiser. Do we want to go with casemates or do we want to go with proper secondaries? Probably proper secondaries. What ones do we have Mark IV of? Alright, the 3 inches are Mark IV. Let's see. In terms of fields of fire, these all seem pretty decent. They all seem to have a fairly decent broadside capability. direction, semi-auto, electrical, super heavy shells, increased shells, increased HE, standard ratio, nose views, cap ballistic, Bobet 4, long range, Hydro 2 is what we'll go with. We're starting to run out of room. Increase the length of the 9s. Increase them to 9.2s. And let's see. Does everything still have decent covering firing arcs in terms of the big guns? Yep. Call this the Valac class. Doesn't have great armor. And it doesn't have great speed. Can we get it up to 28? We can get it up to 28. Alright, so now it matches the speed of our others, and the destroyer functions as a destroyer. Alright. Our light cruiser basically will function in the role of just support. It's not great. It's pretty shit. It's a pretty shit light cruiser. In terms of the ships I have built, the destroyer is probably the most well built out of all of them. Alright, let's see. We'll build, how much money do we have? Current, alright, starting funds, we have 6,300,000,000. Alright, so we can build quite a few ships. We'll get 2 of the battle cruisers done. Station them at Pula. We will build 16 total destroyers. Can I just select all of you and tell you to go to pool? There, yeah, that saves me a lot of time. Ship design, the Dragon class. We'll build 6 of them. Send them to Pula. Good to know that these are just gonna fucking do that. That's fucking amazing. If I had known that I was gonna have to erase class from these fucking names, I'd... Fuck it. Whatever. Leave it. I'm not dealing with all that shit. Alright, anyway. Back to ship design. 16 heavy cruisers. What else do we have for money? Oh. How much over tonnage are we? A lot. Alright, we're gonna... Do we want to save the rest? Yeah, we'll save the rest for now. I'll figure out what I'll fucking do with the rest later. In terms of politics, who do we want to get into a fight with? Do we want to get into a fight with the Soviets? Or the Italians? Because the Soviets over here have southern Russia with a lot of oil. And that would be a good territory to take. At the same time, Italy has colonies down here, and I can seize those as well. Yeah, I think for the time being, we'll try to piss off the Italians and see what happens. So begins. We have a large naval force at fucking Pula. I forget how to build submarines. Oh, right, they're over here. Might as well get a bunch of these built. Oil discovery. Colombia. This is a lot of shit that I don't give a shit for. New sea passage. The Kiel Canal has been completed. The Panama Canal has been completed. The Suez Canal exists. The Bosporus Strait is accessible. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Conquest. Need to have 36,000 tonnage. Send out 2 light cruisers as well, along with a couple of destroyers to act as escorts. Continue to piss off the Italians. Nope, can't do that yet. Yep, Uh-huh. Yep. Well, this should go down well, since my navy is in position. Basically just fuck with them. I blame the Italians. Well, our military operation seems to be going well. I will deploy a few more ships to the Adriatic. Basically just to show that this is my sea and not Italy's. Anyway, how goes building up our shipyard? It's going. Let's see. We do need probably to design a battleship, though. The battle cruiser is definitely really nice to have, but it's going to be inaccurate as hell. Right, I need a battleship hull that won't bankrupt me the moment we try to put it in the field. Thanks, game. This ship here is basically just going to serve as an artillery ship. It's just going to be there to shoot big gun at target. That should be a decent amount of functionality. All right, let's see. We're going to go with... What's the biggest gun caliber for Mark III that we have? That would be the 14s. Have them in triple gun configuration for extra accuracy. Never mind. Dual gun configuration. And we are overweight. That's because we still have this range set fairly high. We'll set the main belt to 14. This is still too heavy. Probably the main tower, honestly. The main tower is only like 2,400. How much do these guns cost? 2,500. So I can trade out the tower for a smaller one and probably get a barbette. But at the same time, I do kind of need this ship to be able to shoot at long-range targets. It's better to have a big tower for that. Yeah, we're going to need to increase the displacement on this thing. Really? Still overweight. Alright, we'll go with anti-torp 1 since this ship is not meant to actually engage the enemy in direct combat. So it should never have to fight an enemy head-on. It's going to be at range. Alright, so standard reload. What about electrical? Oh, hydro? Electrical 1. Alright. We'll go with barbette 1. So that way then we can try and fit in at least some level of ability to reload these things, or at least get the turrets moving a bit faster onto target. Alright, so we can do that. We can upgrade to heavy. We don't have any secondaries on this. We'll go with nose fuse. And we're going to go with capped ballistic because of the range it gives. Okay, never mind. We're going to go with capped. Just regular capped. Tube powder. TNT 3. Yeah, there ain't much room on this ship for shit. Can I increase the length of the barrels a little bit? That'll help get us a little extra accuracy. It'll increase reload, but it'll give us a little extra accuracy. And we shall call this the Dakrin class. I wish I could rename these. I really wish I could, so that way then their names don't end up having class in them, because I forgot about that part. Anyway, this will probably end up receiving a refit later, but for now, that's good enough for being a battleship. We'll get 2 of them under construction. We'll get them built in Spalato. And first the Spanish were trying to improve relations, and now they're like, fuck you. Alright, let's move the last of these ships over to join the main, the force currently engaged over here. That way, then we have some extra power projection in the area. And while those submarines are finishing up their construction, I'll get some coastal submarine 2s under construction. Which will also be built in Cataro. Military awareness is spreading across the world. The government wishes to demonstrate our power by conducting naval exercises close to China's waters. What? What the fuck? The fleet needs more fucking money. Give me money. Political party has won the majority in parliament and wants to push through a bill to reduce the financing of the fleet. What is your reaction? You know what? I just managed to bribe you guys into a bunch of money. Just support the idea. Get the GDP going. We got a pretty decent fleet here. We got quite a few destroyers. Though we could honestly do with some more light cruisers as well. I haven't built many of those. Let's get another 6 of them built. In terms of research, let's increase our research budget. Let's prioritize. Let's prioritize hull strengthening. What does special machinery do? That just decreases engine weight. Let's work on range finders as well. And naval communications. That way then we can get some more shit done. Interesting news, sir. Soviet Union warns their head of admiralty, Vasily Altfata, for his excessive naval expenditures. He may soon be replaced if he continues to underperform. Well, that happened. Congo has liberated itself, apparently. How goes our conquest here? Well, we're doing well. Poland has signed an alliance. Persia has signed an alliance. Well, we took the rest of Montenegro. Which gives us some more money to play with. I forget how to do, like, negotiations with these smaller countries. I think you have to have, like, an actual fleet of ships before they do much. Alright, gonna build up some more destroyers. Send these guys to R. And we'll see what the next day of negotiations bring. Alright, let's see here. What do I want to do? I have some submarines now. Move all these submarines out. Oh, I meant to move all of you. No, I thought I did move all of you. It says there's only 4 of you moving. Oh, that's because I clicked on the wrong town. All of you go over there. Oh, Germany has invaded the Netherlands and has taken over the Netherlands. Oh, there's a military conflict going on here with Italy. Who's it against? Oh, Albania's rising up. Good for you, Albania. Oh yeah, stay unrestricted. I don't want you guys deciding to sink something that is important. Yeah, we're basically just gonna save up on money here because we do only have 46 ships. We're building 24 ships. How many ships do the Italians have, actually? I haven't checked. Politics. The Italian Empire has 72 ships, 5 battleships, 13 heavy cruisers, 15 light cruisers, 21 destroyers, and 16 submarines, along with 2 battle cruisers. Yeah. I probably should build a few more ships. Probably some, actually, instead of those, build more of my battle cruisers, because my battle cruisers have heavier firepower than my battleships and are a lot cheaper. Get 4 more of these. Send them off to Bar. I'm sure that will be fine. Let's see. 33 months on those. How are the submarines? The next round of submarines are almost done. So we'll go to Coastal Submarine 3. Bring it up to 6. Build them. Have them stationed in Cattaro. Basically, what we're going to slowly do is slowly build up our submarine force to start matching the other naval powers in the region. Ooh. Oh, Lithuania has signed a special alliance and trade agreement with Austria-Hungary. Ooh. Yeah, sure. I mean, we're already kind of over a bit of our tonnage budget, but it's fine. We're just a little bit over. Just a little bit over. Alright, I'm gonna move the submarines back to Cattaro just to cheapen up our current deployments. Let's see. What is our finances looking at? Let's see here. The transport fleet is at 151%, which is good. That means we get more GDP. Yeah, we are bleeding money at the moment. Which means we gotta cut back on the tech budget again. Hello, Chevette. How are you? We believe in the near future there will be no war. Uh, I'll take free money. I will take free money. Free money. Helps keep the Navy afloat. Free money, go Burr. Anyway, in terms of ships, where I forget, where do I go for that? Yeah, under here. It's gonna take us 50 months to finish this battleship that we're building for the Lithuanians. I don't know why they came to me asking for the battleship. Like, the battleship isn't even, like, the best ship I have in my fleet, honestly. Government asks your opinion about submarines. Let's just go with submarines are an interesting thing. Oh. Oh, Italy's just, Lithuania's just invading Poland. Excuse me? Okay. Um, good luck to you. I don't know who Poland's allies are, but I'm pretty sure they won't be happy. Who are Poland's allies? Oh yeah, the United States. I haven't built one yet. They're expensive. All right, you have a nice night, Chevette. Georgia has signed a. Okay. Yeah, sure, Lithuania. I'll sell you more ships. I don't know how what you're gonna. I don't know when you're gonna get them, but you know that it's on the list of things we're building. It's on the list. It'd be great if the dockyard wasn't overflowing with shit. Because with it being overflowing, I'm gonna go with express my concerns. Oh, 4-inch Mark IV guns. Well, those would be good to have, but I'm not sure there's really any time to install them, especially when my ship yards are currently full of fucking ships that need to be built. I'm just gonna send an official protest. Okay, Cyprus just signed a treaty with us. Ain't none of you got oil. Get some oil. I need it. I mean, it's nice that I now have out. There's a United States fleet in the Mediterranean. Great. Oh, we got increased reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare effectiveness. Okay, they want a battle cruiser. Fine. Soviet Union has taken Estonia. Oh, poor Estonia. Over here in the Western Mediterranean is where most of the Italian Navy is currently hanging out. Let's check on those. World politics. How's our relations with the Italians? Still going down. Let's see. Who am I in poor relations with? The French. We're gonna improve relations with the French. Because I want to go to war with Italy, not with half of Europe. Fine. Hooray. We, we did it. We improved relations with France. Let's improve relations with Britain as well. Because there's a lot of powers that have influence in the Mediterranean, and I'd rather not have to fight several of them. Right now, I just want Italy and its colonies. Italy and its colonies are all I want. But man, we are way over shipbuilding capacity. Like, we ballooned from like just 20, what was it, 26 new ships to 41 new ships. And a large portion of those ain't even for me. They're for my allies who are purchasing them. Finances. Still going in the red. Transport capacity is at least still going up, so that's at least something. Let's go for armor forging, because yeah, that just decreases armor weight. Fleet. All right, we're almost done the majority of the ships that we were constructing for our own navy. So at the very least, that means a lot of what's currently in the system for being built will be finished soon. Submarines, one more month until the new ones are built. And I think this will be enough submarines for now. Yep, that's a bunch of weight taken off of our shipbuilding capacity. You know what? Let's deal with some unrest. Oh, Ukraine has now signed a special alliance. Oh, um, they're being invaded by the Soviet Union. Yeah, should have seen that coming. I'm not sure there's much I can do to help them. Turkey is at war with the Greeks. Not much else is new on that one. Sure, Denmark. Invest that there just to speed that up. Why are we invading Slovakia? Who authorized this? What man in the government thought this was a good idea? Latvia initiates a major offensive from province Latvia against Lithuania. Oh, great. So Lithuania is invading Poland, and Latvia is now invading Lithuania. Fucking conga line here. And I'm apparently invading Galicia. Yeah, we're off to a great, 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 great. Oh Jesus! Why are my tensions with the Soviets so high? I mean, I did invade Montenegro, but still. All right, improve relations with the Soviets. We don't want a war with them. I'd rather not end up in a war with the Soviet Union if I can help it. It's not necessarily something I want to be doing. But hey, we are gaining money again. Send an official protest. Yeah, send an official protest. Uh, you know what? Fuck it. Blame the Japanese. Fine, Denmark. Oh, great. Now we're invading Serbia. This is just fantastic. Amazing. dedicate that research there. The government is basically just doing whatever it fucking wants right now. I can't do much to fix what the government is doing. We're now considered behind on technology, which isn't great. We did finish up a lot of the new ships, though. So at the very least, we have a lot of new ships available. To at least to show that we have a fucking navy. And we can be scary. Sure. We need more shipyard. We need more shipyard. Wait, no, this doesn't affect, this doesn't actually affect this number. This number is affected by how many ports I have. Fuck, I forgot about that. Right, improve relations with the Soviets. I'd rather not get into a war with them if I can help it. We still have our 2 battleships under construction. Our battle cruiser, our new line of battle cruisers is, well, not really new line, just another line of the same battle cruiser I built before, under construction. And then we have all of these, all of these ships that aren't going to me. They are going to my allies. Because my allies are ordering up a bunch of ships, and I don't have the capacity to handle it. I need more territory, which means I need to beat up the Italians sooner rather than later. AI is up to its usual shenanigans, apparently, of creating new ship designs. Still going. Still going. Oh, there it goes. Italians have laid down some new ships. Japan and Spain are discarding older designs. China has discarded a large collection of designs. As usual, this game gets kind of laggier and laggier as things go on. In terms of turns. Sometimes it's not too bad, sometimes there's a lot of fucking shit. Mark IV 10-inch. Alright, well that's good. Sure, Ukraine. I love seeing my fucking economy get destroyed by my allies. Damn. All the Ukrainians have left is Crimea now. Well, I wish them the best of luck in attempting to retake their land. How's this going? Not great. How's this going? Also not great. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm no longer going to have a Lithuania after this. And there goes all the money for those warship contracts to Lithuania. Soviet Union has discarded a lot of old designs. Sure, Denmark. Sure, Ukraine. Watch as my economy fucking collapses. Politics. Improve relations with the Soviets. Ugh. I can't be that far behind like the other nations of the game in terms of economy. I mean, research. Our shipbuilding capacity is not great, as it's affected by our regions here. Actually, what affects this? I don't remember what affects shipbuilding capacity. Alright. Port capacity of the home province affects the size of domestic shipyards and their capability to support the construction of warships. The larger the home port capacity, the larger is the shipbuilding capacity of the nation. When the shipbuilding capacity is exceeded, construction rate decreases. In that case, it's advised at least to suspend the construction of some ships to speed up the building of the rest of the warships. Alright, probably should suspend some of these. Oh, I can't suspend ones that I'm currently working on. Alright, considering these are going to be 45 months, I'm going to suspend those for the time being, just to try and get some of these other contracts done. Or at the very least, just get my own 2 battleships finished faster. Because I'd like to get these battleships up and running. But unfortunately, our shipyard capacity has been exceeded. I now only have 2 battleships under construction for myself. Everything else under construction, other than the 4 battlecruisers that are currently now waiting in the shipyard to be finished. Anyway, how's that Kosovo invasion going, guys? It'd be great if we could finish that up sooner rather than later. Alright, I can't do more ships. I'm sorry. I just can't build more ships. I can't keep adding to this bloody pile. We seem to be winning at Kosovo, though. So Kosovo is going to slowly be brought in. As for what's going on here in Slovakia, disappointing. Don't even know why this conflict is happening. Again, Lithuania probably ain't going to be on the board for much longer, so, yeah, there goes Lithuania. Saw that coming. And that cancels all of their contracts, I'm pretty sure. Probably. I would assume it would. All right, some more relations. Tinia. All right, well, what happens to all these ships now I was working on for the fucking Lithuanians? Yeah, Lithuania. All right, there we go. All right. I don't know who we're paying, but yeah. Anything that was bound for Lithuania, we're basically just scrapping. That way, then everything else can get built faster. Yeah, there we go. That should let us get some more shit done, and also brings our capacity back down to a more reasonable amount. And now I can invest that money back into research. And investing that money back into research will help us out quite a bit. Oh boy, 2,400-ton destroyers. My favorite. Lithuania canceling because of negative relations. Yeah, sure, that's the reason why, guys. Oh, Bulgaria is just straight up invading Romania. Please tell me that this Kosovo offensive will be done soon. We really need these forces to be rededicated for a future war with Italy. Oh, and the Germans are invading the the Czechs. Who could have seen that coming? Alright, I'm back. Had to go put my fan in my window so that I wasn't overheating. Anyway, how's politics doing? Let's see. I thought I was building ships and putting them in Spoleto. Where'd they go? Oh, wait, no. These are all going to Bar. These two battleships were going to be split amongst the two groups. Or more like the one group was going to be formed. The two groups were going to be formed into one full-on group. At least our technology is now catching up to the rest of the world. I knew we didn't fall that far behind in terms of tech. Of course, naval prestige is going down. Unrest is still going up because, well, no, the government's gone to war with like 3 different countries and are invading 3 different countries. Oh, I clicked something. Whoops. I don't know what I clicked. All right, let's see. Are there any Italian ships docked in any of these ports? No. That means you guys move to here, join up with the main fleet. And then I'm going to position these guys here, and that'll basically force the Italians, if they want to come and fight me, to have to come into the Adriatic through here. Let's see. What needs to be finished? Armor quality. Boilers is done. Might as well work on cruiser construction. And might as well prioritize special machinery since it's almost finished. Greece is launching an invasion of Turkey again. Yeah, we still haven't finished a single ship that we were paid under contract to build for other people yet. I'm sorry, Ukraine, but we don't have the capacity for that right now. So many people are buying shit. How's the invasion of fucking Galicia going? Still not great. The Germans are invading Czechoslovakia. Oh. Germany is apparently invading Lithuania. Unfortunate. Northern Norway has fallen to the Soviets. You guys all go there. That way then you can all rally together under one command. Probably. Yeah, I think we're the only ones that haven't actually no, I don't think anybody's gotten into a naval war conflict yet. Pretty sure everyone's just been more or less buddy-buddy. That's Battlecruiser 5. Venezuela and Brazil are at war. Hopefully when those ships all arrive, they'll all form up into one fleet. Can increase a bit more funding to the tech budget. And we'll also invest in another upgrade to the shipyard. So that it's bigger. Because we want to eventually build a super battleship. Eventually. Part of the plan. At some point. We'll get there. But right now, we're just trying to finish the ships that we have to build. I don't know how we're already now considered behind in technology again. Considering the fact that I just invested even more money back into research. No. Can't sell you more ships, guys. Of course they decide to move some ships back into the fucking Adriatic. Yeah, when it comes down to the subs, these small ones, I'm just gonna dispatch all around the Adriatic to basically function as annoyance to the Italians. And then the bigger ones I'm going to send out into the central Mediterranean and the western Mediterranean to basically torpedo Italian shipping. Improve relations with the Soviets. I mean, our relations with everyone but the actually, our relations with everyone but the Spanish are terrible. And of course, our few allied states that we still haven't gotten their ships for yet. $10 months until our battleships are done, though. All right. Due to the current setup of things, I'm going to send all these guys back to Plua. Just so that way then I can reorganize these two groups. Trying to fucking click on one when it's on top of the other one is so fucking painful. Oh. I didn't think that's what view meant. No. Alright, basically gonna send those boys home. Krupp armor, Pakistan, Persia, Germany, Czechoslovakia. Germany is now owner of Czechoslovakia, and Romania is now owned by Bulgaria. And we're still invading Galicia. Oh, poor Latvia getting wiped out by the Germans. Continue to improve relations with the Soviets, so that way then we don't get fucked. Our naval prestige is still shit. But hey, we'll soon have our first battleships. Which I probably honestly should have built at the start. Oh, France and the Spanish are the first ones to go to war. $8 months until those are done. We're almost done all of this. From now on, if we accept contracts, we're not gonna do them over our shipbuilding capacity. So that way then we don't end up in these situations again. No. For God's sake, can we just win for 5 seconds? Just get that battle over with. Please. There's a war to be fought against the Italians, and I'd like to win it. Oh. A bit early for that, but Spain's now a democracy. Well, it's in the middle of a war with the French. Yeah. Yeah. Our unrest is getting pretty bad too, and there ain't much I can do about it. I haven't gotten any events recently that allow me to decrease unrest or increase my naval prestige. I can't increase naval prestige without winning battles. And so far, we haven't even fought a war. Like first day back playing this game, and already we're not in a great position. China is scrapping a bunch of its older warships. Oh, the British Empire and Germany are now at war. Again, I can't provide you weapons. Politics. Uh, we'll try to better relations with the French. Maybe we'll have better results on that. All right, so let's move our battle cruisers, our heavy cruisers, along with several destroyers, several light cruisers, several more destroyers, a few more heavy cruisers, not all of our light cruisers, some more heavy cruisers. Right. Small handful more. Send them out. Oh, right, I forgot. I have a bunch of destroyers just hanging out here. Send these boys all over to Pula so they can meet up there. And then the second fleet will function as my internal Adriatic security fleet to basically go and slap anything that the Italians decide to leave in the Adriatic when a war breaks out. Hooray! We improved relations with the French. Let's improve relations with the British. We'll show the world we're a friendly person. That should decrease unrest, hopefully. Alright, let's see here. Move ships. Position them here, and it's basically everyone else. Everyone else gets dispatched here. Just to act as the security fleet of the region. Well, the other fleet basically just prevents ships from coming in. It's gonna cost me some, I need to fix my unrest. I have to take this. Neat. No. No. Hooray! We did it. Hooray! Well, there goes Latvia. The small little attempt at a regional power immediately dead. Cut down in his prime. Alright, let's improve relations with the French again. Because again, these are my immediate neighbors. I would rather them not try to kill me. How's those battleships going? 3 months left on the construction of those battleships. I don't know how we're still considered behind on technology. Like, I did transfer a lot of money into the research. No. No. Damn it. God damn it. You assholes better not lose this. Oh yeah, they're 100% gonna lose that. God damn it. I needed Montenegro. We can't lose that to the fucking Serbians. I'm sorry, guys. I can't sell you shit at the moment. I literally have nothing to sell. Alright, let's see. 1 month left on those, so I will resume construction of these two. That will increase the length of time on some of these other ships, but since the battleships are almost done, and they're done, that means we have some decency. Alright. That means we're going to send you guys off to go pick up the battleships from Spoleto is where they're being stored at the moment. Because we will need these battleships. They will be the key. Well, not the key, but they will be a very good thing to help us defeat the Italians because they have long-range guns and can probably do a decent amount of damage. Though, to be fair, they are fragile. You may have one. That puts us a little bit over budget, but for the most part, it's fine. Oh, I have to wait for them to finish commissioning. Forgot about that. Oh, and now we're launching an offensive into Serbia. This war just gets stupider and stupider. Ugh. Uh, 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 ha ha. Ugh. All right, this will decrease unrest. I just need whatever will decrease unrest. I can live with some prestige loss. But I need desperately to keep shit on like a decent basis. We're not gonna have like any troops left for the fucking How much longer are these gonna be commissioned for? Like, how many more months does it take for these to be commissioned? 2 more months. Six more months on these cruisers for Denmark. So at the very least, Denmark will have a few ships available to it. Oh. Okay. Wait, what happened? Something about intervention? I don't know. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I've given up on understanding what the fuck is going on anymore. What happened to our government? We're still a democracy. But at the very least, unrest is at 0. So at the very least, we're back to square one on that. Yeah, we're up to 82 ships, which means we do actually rival the French in terms of naval power at the moment. At least in terms of number of vessels. No, no, no. Alright, are these ships done yet? Okay, they are. Okay, we can't take all of them, apparently. We'll take out a one. We can take out... Taking out one heavy cruiser does it. Alright. We'll send the other one over to Bar, because Bar's gonna have some shit going on there. How's this doing? We are at least doing damage. I'd still much rather be at war with the Italians than fucking around in the Balkans. Like, my goal here has been, oh, we're gonna go to war with the Italians. We're gonna take over some territory. We're gonna have a fun time. No, the fucking government decided fucking pissing off Serbia was what we needed to do. Alright, politics. Let's improve relations with the United States. Like, if they're willing to improve relations with us, we might as well improve relations with them. And that might give us back some naval prestige. Oh, we have cruiser submarines now. Again, I don't have the ability to send you guys this fucking shit. Nope, China's gone communist. The Soviet Union has gone back to fucking Russia. Okay. Improve relations with the British. The British only have 20 ships? What the hell did they do? They're at war with the... Oh. They're at war with Germany, and both sides have basically destroyed each other's navies. Good on you guys. Now Japan and China and the United States are basically the only ones with a navy. France also has a large navy. What is the Spanish navy at the moment? Ah, yes. Good job, Spain. I was considering having you as my one and only ally in the world, but that's kind of a disappointing performance. Kind of disappointing indeed. We need to conclude these battles against the fucking Serbians before we can do anything about invading Italy. Because right now the Serbs are invading us and we're invading them. Because you see, we invaded them, but now they're invading us and we're invading them back in order to maintain our control over our own shit. No. Damn it. Ah, yes. Caused a major disturbance in the following nations: the British Empire, France, Russia. Me? Someone that borders Italy and would probably have a vested interest in what goes on in Greece? Nah. Oh, India's liberated itself. Good for you, India. Alright, well, back to improving relations with everybody else. Let's go with the French. again. Yeah, all these are under construction, or, well, 2 of these are under construction. The other 2 are still suspended. 1 month until these 3 heavy cruisers are done. So at the very least, those will be finished soon and sent off to the people who own them. No. Oh, hey, we're finally at war with the Italians. I'll take the hit to prestige. Uh, let's see. Shipbuilding capacity, this would add 33 tons. No. All right, this would only add 7,000 tons, so we will agree to that. So I am now at war with the Italians. Of course, we're in a state of shit. Shit has hit the fan. Send 2 of the small ones out that way. Send 2 of these small ones out that way. And send 2 of the small ones out this way. So that way then they are out and about. And we'll move you to go join up with that fleet over there. All right. As for the bigger submarines, they're going to move in pairs. Basically, what the submarines are going to do is just go out and harass the Italians. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, our first battles. Oh. Submarine duel. Let's see. These are the small ones. What do they got? They have crew training cadets on all of these. So honestly, I'm kind of willing to fight that. Oh. You know what? Good luck, guys. Oh. Well, here's the big battle, everybody. Us versus the Italians. Here's the big battle everyone's been waiting for. Finally, after all this time, in 2 hours and 13 minutes of sitting here, a naval battle. Which will be the only one of today's stream, because I'm ending it after this. Anyway, the submarines have basically been sent off to basically go die. They aren't gonna live very long. They're just going out there to harass. They're just going out to harass the enemy navy, and that's all they're gonna do. If they get blown up, they get blown up, but they're gonna go out there, basically die horrifically. But you know, they're gonna try. They're gonna try. They're gonna try their hardest, but they will die. And nothing can be done about it. Let's see, they have 1 battleship, 1 battlecruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, 6 light cruisers, and 7 destroyers versus our 2 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, 10 heavy cruisers, 5 light cruisers, and 12 destroyers. Yeah, they did not bring the necessary firepower needed to, let's see, they are to the northeast. Alright, so battle cruisers take up the lead. Battleships follow the battle cruisers. You guys ahead at 22 knots. You guys also ahead at 22. Heavy cruisers. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do with it. Heavy cruisers. Let's get you all together. Or at least into 2 separate but slightly equally sized groups. Yeah, that's good enough. You guys will function as basically the leads. We'll have the Schwartz join up with the rest of the heavy cruisers. Because they all go the same speed, so they can all be together. The destroyers, we're going to send out along with the light cruisers, basically to go find the enemy. Yeah, it's going to take a moment for the Navy to reorganize itself here. As for the battle cruisers, where are they at? Start turning that way. Heavy cruisers follow along. Everyone's just running into everyone. Enemy spotted to the north. Alright, they ain't that far out because I just lost the ability to go to... Oh, we are shooting. We have found a target. Alright, destroyers. Basically scatter. Which destroyer am I currently commanding? Oh, you. Scatter. Immediately scatter. Get out of the way of the guns. Heavy cruisers. Begin turning and slow down to firing speed. Battleships. Save fire. I know you want to hit them, but unless you guys have a clear shot, please do not. Light cruisers, move to here. Heavy cruisers are already being given the order to turn off. You've been given the order to go that way. You've been given the order to go this way as well. And you guys have already been given the order to break from the formation. Oh, Jesus Christ, this poor light cruiser. Destroyer line. Smoke up. Wrong destroyer line. This destroyer line. There we go. Smoke up. You guys, turn. Where are my battle cruisers? They're there. Alright. Start turning so that way then you guys can open up with your broadside. Because your broadside's your biggest strength. With all those fucking guns. Hey, you guys should also be on save, considering, well, you do have a lot of ammo. You also don't have much of it. Alright. Destroyers are opening up into their field of shit. Alright, destroyers, you turn off. You guys start going in. Light cruisers, follow the destroyer's path a bit. Heavy cruisers, begin turning. Don't want you guys in too deep. And you guys basically turn to start going this way. Oh, good thing I turned those destroyers. Oh shit, these guys are getting hit. Alright. Pause for a moment. Alright, you guys, break formation. You guys, you're also here. Break formation. Light cruisers. Immediate 180 turn. Smoke up. Destroyers. Smoke up as well. Not you guys, but you guys is... Oh, okay, you guys are still recharging. Shit. Yeah, the torpedo... Our destroyers are definitely not having a fun time. Alright, as for our heavy cruiser lines, how are you guys doing? Alright, so you guys are just kind of running into these guys, and I'd rather you not. You guys are going to be smart enough to dodge those, right? Oh, right. I haven't turned that on. Shit. Hey, avoid torpedoes, guys, if they end up coming towards you. I forgot to tell you that. Since you guys are my frontline vessels, you guys kind of have to be on your toes with that. Oh shit, these guys over here are engaging a heavy cruiser. Smoke up. Smoke up and run. Smoke up and run. Alright, heavy cruiser line, I need you guys to reform. It's a little ridiculous that you guys are all just everywhere right now. Where are my battle cruisers? And I'm gonna send you guys this way. Because we need to start dealing with all of this other shit that's going on at the moment. One thing I will say, sinking this fleet will definitely do us quite a bit of good, because it'll be one less Italian fleet for us to have to deal with. You two break off in two directions to try and deal with the remaining enemy fleet. Alright, destroyers, your job is basically done. You are to withdraw from the battle. You guys did your part. Let the heavier ships take care of the rest. Shit. Alright, you guys start to focus on the battleship. That thing is still firing, and I'd rather it not. Be great if you guys could eliminate that single destroyer. You guys have like 6.9-inch guns. You're telling me you still can't take out a single fucking destroyer. You have basically the same firepower as a fucking destroyer. There we go. Shit. Triple shit. Battle cruisers, turn hard. I don't need you guys getting caught in the same torpedo snare that these guys did. The remaining destroyers are being such assholes. Where's my light cruisers? I need you guys back over here. That's an unavoidable collision. Oh, we got a hit on the battleship. Hey, you guys still gotta be following around these guys. Alright, the battleships are just no longer listening to following around these guys, so I gotta get them to turn. And get the battle cruisers and the the heavy cruisers in that fight. Because the battleships are not designed for taking on combat. They're designed for long-range gunnery. Also, these fucking light cruisers have some fucking range. Battleships are taking fire now. Alright, battle cruisers, refocus your fire on the battle cruiser. You boys also focus fire on the battle. Oh wait, nope, wrong line. What are you guys meant to be shooting at? You guys shoot at that. Shoot that asshole. You guys fire on that fucking battle cruiser. It's probably the only thing you guys have the firepower to take out. Battleships, I'm gonna have you guys start turning. Battle cruisers, you continue basically on your current course. That sounded like a big fucking explosion. What happened? Sounded like a magazine went up. I don't see anything in the light, but... Guessing something happened over here? Yeah, this ship ain't gonna last very long. Basically point blank with the heavy cruisers. Yep. And now I can bring these guys over to help. Oh, my light cruisers continue to mop up the last of theirs. Turn you guys that way. Heavy cruisers, you're supposed to be in front of the battleships. What the fuck are you doing? Alright, this battleship basically completely disabled. Concentrate fire on the battle cruiser, please. Because that battleship basically can't fight back. This battle cruiser can. I mean, it's almost out of ammo. But, you know, it can still fight back to a degree. It's still more of a threat than the battleship at the moment. Yeah, the 6.9s on the heavy cruisers definitely was not a great choice. They just don't have the firepower to be able to deal with the battle cruisers. Sure, they can lob a shitload of shells, but they are more for fighting off light cruisers and destroyers than they are really for fighting properly armed vessels. Or armored vessels. Yeah, we're definitely probably going to have to develop a new heavy cruiser that actually has some decent firepower to it. Now it's out of ammo for its main gun. Oh, she still had some ammo left in her rears. Clever girl. Definitely not going to last long under all this fire. And there goes the end of the Italian fleet over in this area. Not much damage. We did not receive much damage. I mean, we did definitely receive a lot of damage, but considering the fact that we sunk the entirety of this fleet, yeah, we did pretty good. Pretty good. Of course, that's just going to piss off the Italians, and they're going to want to send more ships. Yeah, sure, we'll accept a peace treaty. I don't have time for this battle tonight. We will accept the peace treaty, but this will give us some extra bonus points. But I'm gonna save, and that's gonna wrap up today's stream. But yeah, that went really well. Like, you know, we beat the shit out of the Italians. Like, we showed the Italians who was boss. Not really. Let's see who there is to raid. It's fucking hot in here. We'll go raid this bean. All right, thank you for everyone that stuck around to the end of today's stream. Don't forget to check out the Discord if you want to have another way of knowing when I go live, or just want to chat with me off stream, or even want to suggest games that I maybe should play. Don't forget to check out the Blue Sky to have another way of knowing when I go live, and don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for previous VODs. I will eventually, I did promise that this year I would eventually start uploading original content there instead of just the VOD uploads, which I do still plan to do. Though to be fair, I'm already halfway through the year and I haven't done a single one. I really should get around to doing it. You people have to get on top of me for this shit. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Hope to see you all next time and enjoy the person I'm going to be sending you off to. And there it goes.